This is Lady, a character who you may or may not have seen in the Netflix trailer for the Devil May Cry show. But who is she and why is she seeming like she's important? Well, Lady is a character that came from Devil May Cry 3, and ever since she's been in every Devil May Cry game. Originally born as Mary Ann Arkham, she is the daughter of a man named Arkham and Kalina Ann. She's also a descendant of the priestess that Sparta, Dante's father, killed to make the Tenement Negru. Now, because of this, her family has a history of having heterochromia, as you can see in her father and her. So her left eye is red and her right eye is greenish blue. Probably teal or turquoise. Take your pick. But speaking of her father, because he killed her mother, Mary Ann renounced her name and now formally goes by Lady, as aptly named by Dante as a passing remark. Now, during the events of Devil May Cry 3, you follow Dante around because, his brother's around and now there's a big ass tower in the middle of the city and he's trying to, stop it, seeing as he's a devil hunter. Then you meet Lady, who's also trying to do the same thing, but more so trying to kill Arkham because, once again, Arkham killed her mother. Lady, not really giving a fuck who he is, shoots Dante in the head, whether or not he was a human or not. Didn't care. He showed that he was fine, shot at his ass again, like she just truly didn't give a fuck. And more or less, she just believed Dante to be in the way, seeing as she believed that this was her fight because her father killed her mother and he's the reason most of the shit's happening. Eventually, she does end up in a situation where her father's dying and he finesses her by saying that, he was possessed by a demon and, avenge me and stuff like that. And so, trying to see the good in him, she believes him only to get fooled later on by another Arkham who's like demon version, like a clown looking dude, jester dude. And then she finds out, oh no, he really was about that demon life. And so, even more reason why she hates him. And when she finally comes into contact with him again, as he's basically lying dead, she shoots his ass to make sure. But once again, because this is her father, she feels some type of way about it. It's a traumatic experience, especially for someone that's in the age of like 16 to 18. It's not very specified what her actual age is at the time of the game, but let's believe she's between 16 and 18. Now, ever since at the end of the game, her and Dante kind of reconcile. They're pretty much cool. And then after that, they decide there's room in this town for two devil hunters, one being a half demon and one just a full human badass. And ever since then, she's been in every other Devil May Cry game. Now, what makes Lady so cool? Well, she got the nickname the Walking Arsenal, and she lives up to that nickname. And I'll explain why in a second. Another nickname she has is the Psychotic Demon Hunter, which makes sense because you gotta be some kind of crazy to be a human out here taking on all these demons. Like you got infinite lives and just not giving a fuck, walking around with straight bullets and bombs. Now back to the Walking Arsenal. She lives up to that title because she's armed to the teeth with weapons and explosives. Like, she got a Glock on the hip, she got a Glock on the other hip, she got a submachine gun strapped to her back, she got bombs on her armor plated skirt like thing. And to top it off, she has a missile launcher aptly named Kalina Ann after her mother with a bayonet attached to it. So yes, she is strapped to the teeth, ready to handle anything. Other notable features of the character is a very prominent scar that's on her nose, on the bridge of her nose. It's not really explained how that happened, but it's there, and it's just a staple for the character. And another thing is a necklace that she wears around her neck, given to her by her mother, which is ironic considering Dante wears a necklace also given to him by his mother. But for the most part, that's pretty much Lady in a nutshell. Uh, it's very nice to see the character get some more shine. She already gets a lot of shine because she's one of the cooler characters in the show, aside from Dante, Virgil, and Trish. But there's a lot of actually pretty cool characters in the Devil May Cry franchise. But it's very nice to see Lady get some more shine, seeing as she's like one of the only that's just straight human characters in the series. But that's all I got for y'all. Um, Also, as y'all can see, I couldn't figure out what to do with the hair. Uh, I don't really have like, I'm not really sure what I was supposed to do with the hair. I was getting lost in the sauce a little bit with the neck. Uh, I'm not, I'm working on it. It's a work in progress. I don't think I did too bad, but it definitely can be better than what it was. If you guys got any tips, just feel free to let me know. But like I said, I'll catch y'all in the next one.